of the Starcraft tournament at the Blizzard Worldwide Invitational. Not too surprisingly, it is two Koreans, yet again. We have Stork against none other than C. C coming from the losers bracket, and Stork making it through the winners.
Yeah, C played amazing last night, taking down Savior 2-1. Those 3 games took 2 hours to complete. The players were dog-tired at the end of it. Had a night of rest, a little bit of chance to think about it, and now we're ready for some action. Because Stork's coming from the winner bracket, he's got a little bit of an advantage. They're going to play a best of 3, and if Stork comes out victorious, he is the champion. If C beats him in the first best of 3, we'll do it all again and play another one.
That is the advantage he gets. We've been casting a lot of Starcraft games out here, but replays will be released, I believe, in a few weeks, hopefully sooner. And definitely check them out. There's also a few games that have been recorded online. This one will be recorded on there as well, so if you want to check it out again, please feel free. And I think without further ado, it's time to introduce the players.
Right on. First up, we have from South Korea, Young Bo-sung!
Professional gamers out there, and he is going to be a very tough match for his opponent, and I think it's time to bring him out, the famous Protoss player.
Yeah, we've got a couple questions.
Oh, go ahead.
We'll do that.
That was just a test. Go on.
We got 3 questions for you. See, first one, how do you feel to be in the finals of the Worldwide Invitational?
일단 이렇게 좋은 곳까지 좋은 곳에 오게 돼서 이렇게 결승전에 올라가게 돼서 기쁘고요. 꼭 좋은 추억 남겨서 가고 싶어요.
He said he's really happy to come to the Paris first, and then he wants to win the grand finals and then come back to Korea after the grand final.
Okay. Now, you were knocked into the loser bracket by Ma Jae-yoon, but you got revenge last night by beating him 2-1. Tell us about those games last night.
세 게임 다 장기전이어서 너무 힘들었어요. 팔이 아플 정도로 그렇게 힘들었던 적은 처음이었던 것 같아요.
Okay, the 3 games last night against the Zerg and Savior was pretty tough, and it was a long game, and even after the match he felt his arm hurts.
Alright, okay, last one. We've got 5 maps in the map pool, and each person has the chance to thumb down one map that they don't want to do. And you took out Blue Storm. Why did you thumb down Blue Storm?
네, 맵이 오래돼가지고 뺐어요.
Blue Storm is the oldest map, so you just eliminate the map when you like it.
Sounds good to me. Okay, good luck. Good man.
We can bring out C's opponent. His name is Stork. He's the #1 ranked Protoss in the world right now. Let's make some noise for Stork!
Yeah, I'm recording this, so.
Okay.
Merci.
Congratulations on making it this far. You are undefeated.
승자 저에서 김구현 선수랑 했을 때 이 경기가 제일 힘들었었던 것 같아요. 안드로메다.
The toughest match coming to the final was the match against C's Cal, and the map was Andromeda. That game was pretty tough.
It was an excellent showcase of skill. Both armies dodging back and forth across the map. in the community, your Protoss versus Terran is regarded as your strongest matchup. Why is that? And do you agree with that?
테란전에서 강하다고 하시는데 저그전이나 다른 종족전도 충분히 잘하고요. 네, 인정을 잘 안 해주시는 것 같은데 테란전은 이상하게 좀 제가 프로토스를 하기 전에 테란 유저였어요. 그래서 좀 자신 있는 것 같아요.
He used to be a Terran player before the Protoss players, and he thinks it's good enough to play against Zerg or Protoss as well. So.
Okay, very intelligent player. Last question, you found down Wuthering Heights. Why did you choose that map?
일단 그 맵을 제거한 이유는 제가 제일 연습을 많이 안 해본 맵 중에 하나라서 제거를 했어요.
He didn't practice much at those maps, so
Right.
just eliminated.
Okay, excellent. Well, good luck. Let's give it up for Xavier. And while the players are going to get set up, we're going to head over to our desk right there, and we're in for some wild Starcraft. So stick around.
Let's make some noise, guys. We're going to get some Starcraft games going on here. The longest standing esport in the world. A highly competitive game. The two of the best in the world. Manifesto, are you as excited as I am?
This is going to be wild. It's an honor and privilege to be here at the Blizzard Worldwide Invitational. Some amazing stuff has happened this weekend. The announcement of Diablo 3, of course.
Yes.
As well as Wrath of the Lich King coming out. Starcraft 2 being playable. It's been an amazing weekend.
The way we're doing it right now is we do lift off the command center and then the other players ally you. So don't be confused, there is no third player in the game. Now here is Sea Shield. He's going to be the Teal-Terran at the top right. Taking a look at the bottom left, we have the purple Stork.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're in cross positions on this map, so it takes a little while longer to find each other. It's going to give both players a little bit of extra time to work on their builds before they're discovered.
Yeah, absolutely. I also think Russian not going to be viable in these positions. These gamers are very far apart.
Yeah, absolutely. So, like I said, this is the first best of three. C, coming from the loser's bracket, has a much tougher road ahead of him. He'll have to take on Stork in this best of three, have to win in a best of three, and then if he does so, we're going to do it all over again and play another best of three. Stork has a much easier road. All he has to do right now is take 2 of the first 3 games, and he walks away with a cool 11 grand.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty tough to see. Who knows? Maybe he can pull through. Now, on the other hand, I think. Gosh, I think it's going to be such an exciting game. You know, we've been casting so many Starcraft games here. Just yesterday, I already began to lose my voice, but I'm ready to blow the rest of it out on this finals. I'm curious, it looks like he's not actually going to scout after the gateway, which is a little bit surprising. Normally, we see the Protoss players do that. So, Stork not going to go for a build order that is very focused on scouting.
Not at the moment. He's going to make sure he gets his gas up, tech up, and he'll may head out after a cybernetic sport. Yeah, other players I was impressed with in this tournament, you know, we talked a lot about the Koreans, but we had some non-Koreans here as well. Dreven from Poland played some excellent games, I thought, with his Protoss versus Zerg, as well as his Protoss versus Protoss against Cal. And, of course, watching Mondragon from the Street as well. So, if those demons are watching, excellent job. Thanks for making this tournament so good.
Yeah, no kidding. You know, this tournament is nothing without the great games brought by these excellent players. So it's a real honor to be down there casting these games for all of you.
Okay, so we see the core coming up from Stork here as well as the second pylon. And over up in Sea Shield's base, we've got his barracks finishing up. And a second depot down, he'll be starting up his factories soon. I believe it's
Hold on, I'm actually going to move this command center out of here so we don't go through the gamers when we're playing.
Okay, so C started up his first factory, and he's got a couple of units at his choke there, just a Zealot and a Probe. He's trying to prevent any SCV that's coming in. Oddly enough, neither player has sent out a scout at all. And you see a Citadel go down there for Stork.
It's a rather strange game so far. Both players really focusing on the economics. Now, interestingly enough, the probe indicates that he does not want to let any scouting units get in there. Now, what does that mean? It means he's going to be DT rushing, as we can see here with the Citadel.
Yeah, so expect to see a Templar Archives come down after that. And then well, we'll just have to see if C is wary enough of this lack of scouting to really pick up on what's going to happen here. Nice job, boys.
Another cheer from the audience. Yeah, he's going to be going TTs. We don't see a second gateway just yet, so it looks like he's probably going to make a Nexus here. At least that would be my bet. Normally when you see a player go DTs, they usually get two. And oh, by the way, it looks like we're going to see a fast command center over here. He's going to float this down here and go for an expansion.
Now, the reason he's making it over on the edge there is that there's a giant mineral block on this map which blocks off part of that pathway, and only small units can get through. So it's quite a safe place to build your command center, and it's quite easy to float over to your expansion. That Templar Archive is almost done for Stork. He looks like he's in pretty good shape here. He's only got the one gateway, however, so it means he can only make one Dark Templar at a time.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. I'm guessing he's going to be expanding with a Nexus here pretty soon, so it's not a very aggressive Dark Templar rush. It may be used more for defensive purposes.
We'll have to see whether mines are coming out of the technology research in that factory, or if he's taking up perhaps siege mode. It will be very important for, obviously for C, since he has no academy or eBay yet. Well, they're just started now for detection. So right now, those invisible ninjas pop out. So he's got to have some way to deal with it.
Now, I think Stork, he could use these units here to absorb mines, assuming that C doesn't pack through the vulture nets and plant a few mines around here. He could push the Dragoon and the Zealot through there, and then that would allow the Dark Templar to get in there without being picked off by the vulture.
So I'm really worried for C now. This eBay is not going to finish in time, I don't think. It was siege mode rather than mines that came out of the factory there, and he's transferring over his workers, but a one-gate Dark Templar rush here for Stork. This is looking very dangerous. He's building his first turret, but the Dark Templar is chopping it up. C knows the build now. He's going to have to retreat, and he's going to have to build turrets all over his base if he thinks he's going to survive this first Dark Templar rush. You see, he's loading up his ramp there. He's trying to block and prevent this Dark Templar, but sacrificing his units one at a time as he does so. Oh, all those Marines go down in a pool of blood. It's so ugly. Okay, that turret is almost on. The turret finishes now. Dark Templar trying to rush inside C's base. C trying to trap him with his SCVs, hitting it with his tank. Great moves there by C. He needs another turret by his mineral line.
He does not have that turret up yet. This is very bad news.
Second Dark Templar inside the base. C needs to run his units closer to the turret to get inside the detection. He's got a second tank up. One of them goes down. He's still popping away at that Dark Templar. And it survives. Both Dark Templars living on the edge of death.
This is very close. I think we could see C lose this game. The towers were taken out. And there it is. Good game. Very good. An exciting game. Very entertaining. I cannot believe how quickly that ended. You know, when he got that second tank out there, he was essentially saying, I don't think we're going to DT rush me. We saw a game kind of similar to this, with that Protoss versus Protoss, Stork versus Cal, where Stork once again did a similar build, and he just, unfortunately, he lost to a similar build.
Yeah, exactly.
Pretty crazy game. I think C should have just played a little bit safer, or at least scouted a little bit.
Yeah, the lack of scouting hurt him. Even if he didn't get in the base, if he had seen the probe and the Zealot at the ramp, it would have been a good hint for him that something was up.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So, but you're right, it was a nice move by Stork. In case there were mines, he brought his Zealot up and his Dragoon up to drag away those mines and really clear the path for the Dark Templars.
Yeah, I think so. That was a really smart move by him. Well, are you guys ready for game two?
Let's get it on. Let's keep going. Game 2 is on Coliseum. Stork is up 1-0. He's on his way to the championship.
Stork could close us out with a 3-0, or maybe C will come back. Hard to say. I will once again lift my command center off and move it out of the way. Our players are going to vision momentarily.
Yes, sir.
I know some boys that aren't going to have any voice after tonight.
I won't be the only one. We haven't gotten vision just yet, but I'm sure that'll happen pretty soon here. I will remind the players, you know, sometimes these gamers are so focused that they actually just forget to give you vision entirely. All right, here we go. We got another cheer over there in the audience. Excellent. A lot of spirit at the Starcraft match here. Stork over here. There's another cheer. All right, we got Stork over here at the top right. At the bottom right is going to be C.
Right, and this is the map that Stork preferred. He said he wanted to play on Coliseum. So he feels confident. He's already up 1-0. It's looking good for Football Heroes.
Indeed. I think we're probably going to see C play a little bit safer here. He definitely played a more risky opener last time, and I think we're definitely going to see some vulture mines from him here.
Yeah. So you see him building that first depot next to his command center. That allows his SCVs to pop out on the right side of his command center. This speeds things up a little bit and acts as a little bit of a barrier for anything coming in. Drops his first barracks down as well.
And seconds count in a game like Starcraft, and anything you can do just to get a probe or an SCV to the minerals a second or two sooner really makes a difference. Oh, and by the way, it looks like Stork's going to be going for a fast Nexus.
Yeah, it looks here. He's delaying his gateway. He's not going to be able to make any units for a little while, but he's saved up his cash, and he drops down another Nexus. This is a very nice expansion to drop your Nexus at, as it's not readily accessible if he walks off his choke. However, I think tanks can hit it from the bottom if they have it.
I believe so. Right about over here. We'll see if C goes for a fast push here. Also note, Stork going to check the center of the map now for barracks that might have been built here. Some players build their first buildings in the middle of the map. That way they can rush any location pretty quickly. So Stork going to check for that now that he's going for the fast Nexus.
So again, C not leaving his base very early. He's just got the one SCV on gas right now. It means he wants to collect more minerals until his SCV count gets up. He's already dropped his factory, so he may be going for a quick push followed up by an expansion.
I think so. Pretty standard opener here. Also looks like, nope, that's a ring coming out here. Once again, C not scouting very early at all.
With this build that Stark's doing, scouting is absolutely so essential to find out that Nexus is there, because this opens a window of opportunity for C to do some damage, but not if he doesn't know it. It isn't there, so see him spread out those Marines to catch any passing by.
By the way, look at that time. Right as the Nexus finishes, those four pros managed to get there. These guys, they have the game mapped out to a science. It's just unbelievable.
Yeah. He's got his first SCV going out. He's scouting into the middle of the map. He's going to find the probe here. However, he is going in the wrong direction. And really looking like his intel is going to take a while to come in. You see that first Marine going out, taking some pot shots at the probe and scooting that away.
This is a pretty standard fast Nexus build. 2 gateways, 1 zealot out for good range, then 2 more to go. We'll see another pylon here in a second. This will also help the Protoss secure the third expansion, which is going to be over here. I think this is a pretty smart build by Stork.
Well, because he has so many games in hand against C, he can really afford to take a gamble, and if it pays off, it works out so well that you know, you can afford to take this gamble. If it doesn't work, that's fine. He's got tons of games to go, but if it does work, C will be in big trouble. He's got 5 Marines, so he's going to have a tank joining the lagoon. And that Zealot gets peppered with rifle fire, runs back to the base to report back to his commander.
I think that was a big mistake, actually. He should not have even moved the Zealot down here. The Zealot has already been so softened up that keep in mind these gateways came out later. We'll also have less attacking units to defend a possible rush here. Nice move though by Stork, lost his opponent, so that rush can't continue.
Genius played by Stork. You got the 1 tank, 4 Marines, and an SCV out. Stork knows he's going to have to regroup in his base, wait for more Dragoons. But to prevent reinforcements, prevent those vultures, he just decides to wall up his opponent's shoulder.
I haven't seen something like that. Very smart move by Stork here. Stork's definitely in control of this game, even with a small blunder, like letting that Zealot get shot.
Yeah, he's looking good. He'll have to be quite careful here with these vultures, because the vultures can lay mines. It means he's not going to be very mobile for a while, and C can play a little catch-up. See laying those mines down. Now he's also taken his expansion, and I think he must have a pretty good idea of what Stork has done. Even if he hasn't seen it, he still has an idea that this was the build used, just from the units that Stork has.
Oh yeah, I think we could see Stork now expand once again once the robotics facility completes and he gets a few observers out there. He wants to kind of clean up the map for mines and things of the sort.
Now we see back in C's base, he's building a starport as well as an engineering bay. The add-on with the starport looks like he might do a little dropship play, try to get back into this game a little bit. With his expansion that's so late, he's going to have to play a little catch-up. So you see Stork walking off the back end of his next expansion.
Now one thing to note about getting a starport out like this and getting a dropship early, you are at high risk of getting way behind. If the dropship isn't successful at infiltrating the Protoss base, doesn't really do any damage. So if this fails for C, C could get even further behind this game.
High risk, high reward, high failure rate. But he has to do something to get back in the game. Stork's unit production is off the charts. This guy breathes units. Every time he takes a breath, 20 new zealots appear. It's just unreal. So C knows he has to slow down his opponent's economy, or he doesn't stand much of a chance.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And I think what C's going to do is get this dropship out now. And I guess he's going to go for an early upgrade. So he's going to harass his opponent with dropship, probably push out when he gets his mechanical units armed up a little bit more. For those of you who aren't familiar with Starcraft, it's absolutely necessary that you get mechanical units, not medic marine. You can see Marines over here. Those are only gotten early on, and then after that, they completely stop getting them. The mechanical units are the only way to beat Protoss, just due to how strong they are. Here's the dropship. Looks like it's going to be moving in. Will it be successful?
We've got 2 vultures and a tank in this dropship. They're dropped down. He only dropped the 2 vultures. Oh, pardon me, there's 4 vultures in that dropship. And he dropped mines. He's got to wait till the observer's there. Stork does have an observer. C quickly picks up his vultures, runs away. No losses for C, and Stork loses quite a bit of mining time. So, not a great game move, but, you know, first step in the right direction to get himself back in the game. Unfortunately for him, Stork has another expansion already warping in.
I think C's going to have to do a little bit more damage with his dropship if he wants to actually be successful in this game. He's already pretty far behind. Now this Nexus is almost complete. I think Stork may predict the dropship coming in here again. He knows he didn't take it out. The dropship has to be somewhere, right?
Absolutely. Observers floating over the map as C brings his dropship up towards the second expansion for Stork. Unfortunately, he's going to run into these pylons here, and those spikes are getting a little confused.
Yeah, nice pylon wall here. Good Protoss players always wall off entrances. They don't want to bother guarding, so that way the harassment from the vultures is minimized.
Okay, so C, starting to build up his factory count now. This is a little late, but he needs to get some factories down in order to be able to boost units at a much higher rate. If you look inside Stork's base, his gateway count up in the top right-hand corner is increasing greatly. But here we go, we've got a Dark Templar drop coming in. We've got 2 Dark Templars. That turret's almost finished for C. He's going to have nightmares of those Dark Templars after today if Stork keeps using them. He's got no scan. But there's 1 Dark Templar. There's another shuttle going inside C's main base. C has to be very careful. 1 Dark Templar, 1 Dragoon. C needs to save this turret and hit this Dark Templar.
And Stork is pretty smart here with these Dark Templars, putting 1 over here so that Terran can't be the command center. Meanwhile, harassing his opponent. Now, Terran doesn't even have a scanner yet, so there's really very little C can do. Apparently, because you beat C, you just get Dark Templars. Apparently, he does not. He usually avoids attempting to defend against it. Now, the Goliaths are out. They can harass the shuttle. Without the shuttle, the Dark Templar is a lot less strong. Is he going to lose the shuttle? He can't afford to lose that shuttle. Barely gets it out in time. This Dark Templar, though, remains in the opposing base. That one's been taken out. But
still got 1 Dark Templar inside C's base. And again, all this action inside C's base, you know, he hasn't even touched Stork's economy. Stork expanded so quickly that he's just in great position up north. Nothing's touching him up there. And meanwhile, C has to worry about this 1 little ninja in his base chopping off his factory.
Now the Comstat's on the way for the Terran. So they will be able to get the scan out, but this has really slowed C down. C did not manage to get this factory out. His push will come a little bit later. And now finally the Dark Templar is taken out. C can catch his breath.
And as you see, Stork's taking this opportunity to expand yet again to his mineral only. He's getting scary big at this point.
Yeah, I really question what's going to happen when C decides to push.
Yeah, he's going to have to be very careful. There we have an Arbiter out already for Stork. A devastating unit can cast recall, can seize this unit. C's in a world of trouble. Fortunately for C, he's got 2 armories and he's getting upgrades, so he has his Goliaths. But his unit count is going to be so poor that it'll be very difficult to do away with these forces under the Arbiters.
Yeah, the Arbiter, of course, can also just cast that stasis early and just nullify the strength of the push. Very difficult to deal with. You need to get science vessels. We see the science facility is done. I don't see a vessel on the max yet. It's bad news, to be honest, for C.
Moving up, clearing out some lines, pushing C around, just keeping him busy, keeping his mind busy a little bit. C really not wanting to push out at this point. He doesn't have enough units, but at some point he's going to have to figure out a plan to take out C here.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, well, the Nexus is done. We'll see probes transfer there pretty soon. I wonder what C's supply limit is actually at right now. I'm not too terribly sure, but it can't be anywhere near as high as Stork. Although Stork has to be careful losing too many Dragoons.
Oh, that's what you get for no observers.
You should have kept the observers with the army.
He walks back through that other line there.
Oh! Now that's really bad for Stork because Stork has to prevent this push. Now he was ahead in units, but he lost a handful of Dragoons, and that really hurts him. Not to mention some of these other Dragoons, like this one, has been softened up.
Now his Dragoons being met, he's got 2 Arbiters out now, as well as Zealots, which have the leg upgrade. C still just massing up a great amount of tanks here. He's got his 3rd expansion, and here comes his dropship into the natural expansion. 1 cannon, 1 Dragoon there for defense. You see C dropping some mines, 1 Dragoon going down. Save the dropship, leave the tank.
Pretty much a failed attack there by C, almost threw units away. And you can see Stork's going to reinforce his defense here, puts 1 more cannon. It's not looking too good for C right now.
You look at the mini-map, the blue is just spreading across the mini-map like you wouldn't believe. There's another expansion going down, 2 forges going for Stork, and now, as you know, C has 2 armories doing the upgrade, so Stork's matching it with that. There's the science stuff below, clearing out an observer.
It looks like we could see the push happen pretty soon. It looks like EMP is already done being upgraded. Once he feels the vessel has enough energy, he'll move out here and he will EMP the Arbiter so that stasis cannot happen.
Big line in the middle there for C. Oh, Stork tried to pick off that science vessel, took a couple hits. He's going to have to go repair that as he draws it back into his front lines. But definitely map control going to Stork here. He spread his units all throughout the middle of the map. He is just dominating. If you look at his gateway count, he's just got a field of gateways in his main base. More warping in all the time means he can instantly replenish his army.
Yeah, that's one thing. I believe Protoss is max or almost max. I'm almost positive max. So 200 supply. C maybe at about 160 right now. One thing though, when Protoss attacks, even if he loses all of his units, yeah, as we were saying, he can replenish everything right away.
Stork moving down the left side of the map, and going in for a recall as he's pumping all his units together. And he's dropped another Nexus at 11 o'clock. Scary stuff here from Protoss. They're nightmares after today. But again, Stork is controlling the middle of the map. 4 Arbiters with full energy has the ability to freeze most of C's army.
How many vessels do we have here? We have 1 vessel. I don't see a second. There may be one somewhere. Oh, here's a second, ready to EMP in case of a recall.
Yeah, I see all those turrets and mines there. That's to prevent the recall into the natural expansion. However, he's going to have to be very good with the EMP shots to take away the energy of those Arbiters. Because like I said, so many Arbiters and limitless stasis, it just freezes your army without firing a shot.
Now, C is going to have to act very soon here. He really can't afford to waste any more time. He He has to push out. He has to secure another expansion. Stork knows that all he has to do is sit back and wait, proceed to attack. It's going to be up to how good C's micro is, as well as how good his decision making is. He has a pretty high take concentration. So we may see Stork actually run around after C moves out, go into the main for a counter attack.
Middle of the map is all blue at the moment. It's clear away, there's no mines in the middle of the map. And again, see Stork with total control of the top. There's some vultures sneaking behind the main line. There's a nice line of throws that you can take those out. Laying some mines and attracting some zealots with that would be very helpful. He's getting inside the Protoss main base. He's going to lay some mines to try to get those new recruits to jump into the minefield.
This is doing some pretty heavy damage here. He's going to have to make these vultures though do a little bit more work here to attack somebody.
Oh, great mine drag from Stork. Stork sends in one brave soldier into the minefield, which pops up the mine and lays waste to everything around it.
Very nice control here by Stork, using C's mines against him. Stork seems almost unstoppable this game. We may see Stork now counter-attack. He doesn't want to let him get this expansion. Stork losing a lot of observers, though, not quite having the intelligence about what's going on as he probably would like.
Again, C's just trying to push out, trying to get another expansion.
That is a lot of arbiters.
That's a lot of arbiters.
This is really bad for C. Okay, here we go. Here's the attack. C gets one great EMP.
Great EMP. Second great EMP by C. Everything is melting from Stork. You only go on one stasis. Everything melts. Stork is in full retreat.
He went in there. He was trying to turn it freeze his entire army. But C managed to EMP everything. Now is C's only chance. He has to counterattack now. He's moving out.
He has to move on now and take advantage of this. Who says Aaron is in a spellcasting race? Did you see those EMPs?
Unbelievable. The arbiters are not going to be anywhere near as useful now with the science muscles here.
He needs to siege up right here. Take out the rest of Stork's army and he can cut off the rest of his men. Oh my goodness! Stork responds with some huge stasis all over C's army.
That was very well cast at stasis. Also catching the science muscles so can now counter EMP. Stork is back in this.
Stork turning the table yet again. He's just going to surround all these units, wait for them to unfreeze. See, though, bringing up reinforcements. Smash, melt, Starcraft. There's an EMP on those arbiters again. They have no energy right now, and C is pushing forward. He's got +3 attacks, +2 armor. His metal is tough to deal with.
C now pushing back though, but I think Stork has too many units and is now going to close in on this expansion. C might have to type in GG if he loses this expo.
So C's trying to send up some reinforcements. He's actually got his units unfrozen from that previous station. They're moving down as well. But again, looks like Stork's going to take out this expansion and send C back. C's already mined out his main base and his natural expansion. Stork, meanwhile, is rich as a king and showing it.
No kidding. Here is C's last attempt to no, the command center's gone. Before I could even finish my sentence. And now Stork is just going to use the rest of these units to the best he can. Meanwhile, he's replenishing his army at a rapid rate due to all, oh my god, due to all these gateways all over the map.
Stork taking a page out before you, Stork, and Stork is just loaded up with gateways. He's a rich man right now. He's about to get richer if he wins this game.
No kidding. This will be Stork's first place in a long time. If he manages to win this, looks like we may be going on to game 2. There's no way that C's going to be able to handle all of these units.
Stork just flooding down from his main base, running his zealots right into those line of tanks. C is responding with vultures as well, but he doesn't seem to be scanning fast enough, and Stork's units are cloaked under those arbiters. And he does indeed. GG. Stork is your worldwide invitational champion.
Unbelievable. That was Stork. Not a close series. That's all I can say. Not a close series whatsoever. What are your thoughts on those last 2 games?
Incredible play by Stork. C just couldn't deal with that fast Nexus, and because of that, Stork ran right ahead. C had a great attack.
Yeah.
Where he got those EMPs. I thought that was the moment that he could turn the table. And then all of a sudden, 50 more Dragoons in here.
I thought those EMPs were so good to see. But, you know, Stork just had so much map control that by the time C actually got an opportunity to go out, it was as if Stork was allowed to make as many mistakes as he wanted. He just had too many gateways, too many misses.
But congratulations to Stork. He is our Blizzard Worldwide Invitational Champion. He walks away with the big grand prize, and Z-Shield, not, you know, it's all right with him. He gets second place.
Nothing wrong with second place.
Unless
it's Stork. So in this case, I gotta say, congratulations, Stork. Everybody make some noise for these two players for playing very exciting games. Congratulations. And talk to our players real fast. If we can get a translator out here, that would be excellent. Wow, two incredible games back here. I just can't believe how well our man Stork played in those games. And I think that, well, I just want to see what he's feeling right now. He got first. After not getting first in so long, I think, well, do you have any questions? Can we get a translator out here if that's possible? Any translator would be great.
Nope, that's all fine then. Then, no questions, I will just present to you our champion. Congratulations.
Make some noise for Stork. Talk about a skilled gamer. This is no small feat to win the Blizzard Worldwide Invitational. It's very prestigious, not just in Korea, but all over the world. So again, just let's make one big last roar for Stork, your winner.
Stick around, there's no about the World of Warcraft Korea finals coming up, as well as many great events. Go play some Starcraft 2. Go check out some Wrath of the Lich King, and enjoy your time at the Blizzard Worldwide Invitation.
Yes, thanks everybody for showing up. You guys are the best. Keep playing Starcraft, and we're all really looking forward to Starcraft 2. Thank you.
Right on.
That you have in the story mode kind of between the missions, it's kind of difficult to figure out how would someone cooperatively kind of do RPG type of gameplay, you know, with talking to different characters, because when you're playing in story mode, you kind of are the main character. You know, in the case of the Terran campaign, you're playing Jim Raynor, and there's really not an opportunity for someone else to play a different character in story mode.